Ask an Argentine when to visit their country, and you'll get two completely different answers depending on whether they're thinking about the weather or thinking about other Argentines. That split is the thing to understand before anything else, because Argentina has a length and a climate range that would make the timing question complicated on its own. But layered on top of that geography is something else entirely. A domestic vacation calendar so concentrated, so nationally synchronized, that it can matter more than the weather itself at the country's most popular destinations. Get the geography right, and still hit the wrong week on the Argentine calendar, and you'll find yourself paying peak prices for a packed, sold-out version of a place that was supposed to be quiet. Understanding best time to visit Argentina means understanding both calendars at once, because they don't move together and they don't always agree. Start with the geography, because it sets the outer boundaries of what's possible anywhere in the country at any given time. Argentina runs an enormous distance from north to south, from the subtropical borders near Iguazu Falls down through the temperate center around Buenos Aires and Mendoza, into Patagonia, and finally to Tierra del Fuego at the very bottom of the inhabited world. Within a single country, you have something close to every major climate zone stacked on one continuous axis, and unlike a wide continent with parallel climate bands sitting side by side, Argentina's zones are sequential. You move through them as you move south, and the calendar that works perfectly in one zone can be the worst possible month in another, hundreds or thousands of kilometers down the same line. In the subtropical north, around Iguazu Falls and the Misiones jungle, the climate is warm and humid year-round, with the heaviest rains and highest humidity typically in the summer months of December through February, exactly when the falls are most powerful and dramatic, but also when the heat and humidity are most punishing for walking the extensive viewing trails. The cooler, drier months of April through September offer a real trade-off here, a more comfortable visit with slightly less thunderous water flow against a wetter, hotter, more visually spectacular summer. Buenos Aires and the central region sit in a temperate zone that, somewhat unusually, rewards the shoulder seasons over the extremes. Spring, especially October and November, brings mild temperatures and the jacaranda trees blooming violet across the city's avenues, one of the more striking urban natural spectacles anywhere on the continent. Autumn, March and April, offers similarly comfortable weather with a particular golden quality of light. Summer, December through February, can turn brutally hot and humid in the capital, and this is the first place the second calendar intrudes. It's also when much of the city's own population leaves for the coast or the mountains. So Buenos Aires in deep summer is paradoxically both uncomfortable and partially empty of the very energy that makes it worth visiting. Mendoza and the wine country follow their own logic entirely, built around the agricultural calendar rather than pure comfort. The grape harvest, vendimia, runs roughly from February through April, and this window does double duty. It's when the region is most alive, with harvest festivals and an unmistakable sense of purpose in the vineyards, and it coincides with comfortable late summer into autumn weather that makes the wine country's outdoor restaurants and vineyard tours genuinely pleasant rather than scorching. Patagonia, as established elsewhere, has its own narrow window, broadly November through March, with real infrastructure closures outside it, and within that window its own internal trap, since the peak of summer is also the peak of the region's notorious wind. The shoulder edges of that Patagonian season, particularly March into April, reward the traveler with thinner crowds, gentler wind, and the spectacular autumn color of the southern beech forests. That's the climate map, a gradient, not a single answer, sliding from subtropical to subantarctic across one country. On its own, this would already make best time to visit Argentina a regionally dependent question. But it's only half the picture, and the other half is uniquely Argentine. Here's where the domestic calendar takes over, and it changes the calculation in ways that pure weather data will never show you. Argentina has the longest school summer holiday in South America, running from mid-December through the end of February, and during this stretch a huge proportion of the population goes on vacation, almost all of it concentrated into the same handful of destinations. The Atlantic coast resort towns like Mar del Plata, the Lake District around Bariloche, and Patagonia's main tourist hubs. This isn't a minor seasonal bump. It's a genuine national migration, and the effect on accommodation prices, restaurant crowding, and the basic feel of these places during January in particular is dramatic. A foreign traveler who picks January purely because it's summer can arrive in Bariloche to find it operating at a completely different intensity than the same town in November or March. Not because the weather is different, but because half the country is there with them. Beyond the long summer break, Argentina has a calendar of fines de semana largos, long weekends, frequently created by moving public holidays to fall adjacent to a weekend specifically to extend them, and these produce short, sharp, predictable surges in domestic travel that catch foreign visitors completely off guard because they don't appear on the radar the way Christmas or New Year does. A traveler who books a quiet countryside getaway without checking the Argentine holiday calendar can land in the middle of one of these long weekends and find the destination booked solid by Argentines doing exactly what they plan to do at exactly the same time. Semana Santa, the week around Easter, functions similarly to these long weekends but at greater scale, with significant domestic travel particularly toward the coast and the interior. The practical upshot is that the smart timing question in Argentina isn't only, what's the weather like in month X in region Y? It's, what's the weather like? And is this also a week when Argentina itself is on the move? The two can align to make a bad time worse. January in Bariloche is both summer crowded with foreign tourists and peak domestic holiday season simultaneously, a genuine double booking of demand. Or they can pull in different directions in a way that rewards the traveler who checks both. A long weekend in April might fall in a month with lovely autumn weather in Buenos Aires and Mendoza, but it's also worth knowing in advance whether that specific weekend is one when the country migrates, because the answer changes whether you're booking ahead aggressively or can relax about it. So how do you actually use all of this? For the subtropical north and Iguazu, decide whether you want the falls at their most powerful, accepting summer heat and humidity, or a more comfortable walk through the rainforest trails with slightly less drama in the water. April through September leans toward the latter. For Buenos Aires, aim for spring or autumn, October-November or March-April, both for the weather and because deep summer empties the city of its own rhythm while filling the coast instead. For Mendoza, let the harvest dictate timing if wine is the priority. February through April gives you both the vendimia energy and pleasant weather. For Patagonia, the established logic holds. November through March broadly, with the early and late edges of that window, particularly March, offering the best balance of open infrastructure, thinner crowds, and gentler wind. And running underneath every one of those regional answers, check the Argentine domestic calendar specifically, the long summer break, the long weekends, Semana Santa, against whatever dates you're considering, regardless of which region you're headed to. This is the layer that a generic best time to visit Argentina search will never surface, because it has nothing to do with temperature and everything to do with what an entire nation is doing with its own time off. A foreign traveler optimizing purely for climate can still walk straight into the most crowded, most expensive week of the year, in the exact region they were hoping to find quiet. Argentina doesn't have one best month, and it doesn't even have one best season for a given region in isolation. It has a sliding climate scale running the length of an unusually long country, and laid on top of that, a second, independent calendar of when Argentina itself travels. Get only the weather right, and you can still get the timing wrong. The travelers who get both right are the ones who stop asking when is Argentina good and start asking two separate questions. What does the climate look like where I'm going? And is this also the week all of Argentina decided to go there too? Thanks for watching. If you found this useful, smash that like button and subscribe to When to Travel. We're all about helping you make smarter travel decisions. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. And hey, if you think your friends need this, share it. Comment below with your next destination or your biggest travel question. I'm reading all of them. Let's go.